Hello, Winona Middle School Social Studies. Welcome to Mr. Wedge's first YouTube Live. How are we all doing? I'm sorry to keep some of you waiting. This is the first time I've ever done YouTube Live before, so kind of new to me, but hopefully your first day back to school was awesome. I had a really fun time making some cool videos and some content on Schoology. Pretty fun for me because I'm a tech guy anyway, so making some of that stuff was kind of fun for me. And hopefully all of your classes have gone pretty well. I'm going to start things off with a dad joke for you. I know for 3 weeks you have been waiting. You've probably been very sad. You haven't been laughing that much. And now I have a dad joke for you that hopefully will make you feel better about the world. All right. All right. This is a dad joke that's social studies themed. Hey, Dad, did you know that communism jokes aren't very funny unless everyone gets them? Yeah, pretty good. Because in communism, everybody gets the same thing, right? No? All right. I can tell you were all rolling your eyes at this very moment, right? Awesome. So each day, make sure you're checking on our course in Schoology. I will be posting what we're doing each day, like for our lessons, and I'll also throw in the dad jokes on there as well. And then at this time, if you guys have questions about something on the chat, feel free to ask. I'm seeing lots of people checking in right now. And then I'll just kind of tell you what I've been doing over the 3 weeks since we've had class together. And then if you want to tell me in the chat what you've been up to, we talk about that. But basically, like I told my classes and especially my seventh graders, I did all my work like for school before we left for spring break. So I played like 35 plus hours of video games during spring break, like literally. Um, if you've ever heard of a video game that came out when I was in middle school, it's called Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. It's like a role playing game, an RPG, and it's based on Dungeons and Dragons like dice. So if you've watched Stranger Things, the game that they play in their basement together where they have to beat the Demogorgon, right? The video game is based on like dice rolls, which is awesome. And you get to pick a character and you become a Jedi and you have to like save the galaxy and all this stuff. So I've literally like put into that game like 40 hours in the last like week or two. So that's what I've been up to. Been hanging out with my daughter. She had a pretty nasty ear infection the first week of break for me, so that was kind of tough to have a little sad child who had an ear infection, but she got through that. And then my wife, she's also working from home, so we both have our offices set up at our house. And then I'll show you my cat down here. He's been constantly begging for food. Like every single time I walk into my kitchen, he's like, "Hey, you're home from work. I think it's time for me to eat." And I'm like, "No, it's not." So I'm kind of sick of my cats. So yeah, that's the basics of what I've been up to. I see some eye rolls in the chat. Nice job. And Sydney, her dog is watching. That's great. Hopefully your dog is enjoying it. What have you guys been up to over break? What was your extended time off like? What have you been doing? Somebody's been putting in a graphics card. That's fantastic. Yeah, I built my first computer about 6 years ago. Got all my parts, and when I worked at Best Buy on a discount, and then I built it all together, and I used that for working on school stuff and also play video games. So that's cool. What kind of card is it? Whoever Shots is, I'm not sure which person that is. Emma's already done with everything. Nice work. Good job. Lexi, sleeping. That is a fantastic thing to do when you have time off. Nice job. Oh, giant. Caleb's got a giant window, stained glassed it. Fantastic. That's pretty cool. Never done that before. GTX 760 Asus. That's an awesome graphics card. Nice work. Whoever Shots is. Dylan. Okay. Yeah, cool, man. Glad you can finally build your computer and get some gaming going, dude. Ryan hydro dipped his Vans. So I'm assuming that's your Van shoes that you have. I'm not sure what hydro dip is, but good for you. Hopefully they look cool. Yeah, my wife has really enjoyed sleeping in a little bit with break. She can work from home and doesn't have to get up every day right away. I have a pair of Vans shoes too, Ryan. I have an all black pair. I like my shoes to be all black if I can get a pair like that. I don't know what hydro dipping is. I'm not going to do that to my shoes though, man. I like the way they are. But I have seen a lot of you are posting on the updates or liking some stuff, and you're also submitting assignments. I've had a lot of questions about for 7th grade, are we still doing a Q4 book? Yes, we are. That is on Schoology. Q4 is on there, and you can access digital books. And I put a video on there from my YouTube account showing you how to access some of those online books as well. We are not doing starters or EQs for the rest of the school year as far as distance learning goes. That's both 7th and 8th grade. You don't have to worry about doing a starter. I'll have a dad joke and EQ for you still, but that's not something you have to take care of. Dylan, do you think a 550 watt power supply is enough for the card? I would say you're probably fine. The wattage usually doesn't matter a whole lot. Is actually the type of quality that you're getting. And I think at least when I built my computer, they were graded like by like gold, silver, bronze. I think that's still the kind of the classification system. If you're worried about that, if you're doing a lot of stuff on your computer, like you're going to be gaming and you're going to be live streaming on Twitch and you're going to be doing all this other stuff, you might want to go a little bit higher than 550. But mine is a 550 also, and I have an i7 6th generation, I think, and my computer runs fine. So I think that your power supply is going to be plenty for that. Justin, 12 subs. Does that mean you ate 12 subs over break? No? I'm not that famous. I wish I was. Actually, no, I don't. I don't want to be famous. That's too much pressure, too much work to be famous. Oh, yes. Yeah, just so you're all aware, Justin, he was my first subscriber on YouTube. So I suppose I have him to thank for all of this. So thanks, Justin. Really appreciate you. And Caleb, thanks for subscribing. It's fantastic, and liking it. That's great. Yeah, okay. And then otherwise, something cool, speaking of social studies, we did in 7th grade, and if you're an 8th grader, you had this last school year. We talk about immigration in 8th grade a little bit, but in 7th grade, we talk about like family history a little bit and like where you came from. My mom bought me a family heritage like DNA kit. So I like submitted my DNA to this company and they sent me back my results. And I found out that I am almost half English. I'm a quarter German and like a quarter Irish. So I didn't think I was Irish at all, which is kind of cool. So I can go show you my computer, Dylan, in a second here. Fiona, you did nothing. Do you know what nothing is? It's like where you're sitting and you're doing literally nothing. Like you didn't look at your phone, you didn't watch Netflix, you didn't talk to your sister, you didn't do anything like that. I have a hard time believing that, kiddo. All right, yeah, I'll go show you my computer quick here. Show you where I've wasted 40 hours of my life since seeing you guys, right? But right down here, here's my computer, custom case. Not really, but i7 sticker there, and then I got 2 fans on the top, and I have 2 in the front, and this slides off here too. I've pulled an old optical drive out of a computer I had, so I have a disk tray, even though disk trays aren't really cool anymore, right? But that's my setup, and then here's my monitor and my keyboard. Pretty basic setup. Nothing too crazy. Caleb, you are also Irish. Nice work. All right. Hey, Demaya. How are y'all doing? All right. 99%. Lexi is being rude to Emma, I see. And hey, Ava, good to see you on here. So other thing I want to tell you too, as we wrap up, I'm not going to stand too much longer here, but if you are having trouble finding anything on Schoology, the best way to contact me was actually going to be on Schoology. You have the message icon on the top right of your screen, and then send me a message on there. Schoology has been kind of crashing the last couple of days, especially yesterday and a little bit today. So if that's not working, send me an email through school. Totally works that way too. But all the things that you need, I'm going to do my best to organize it on that weekly lessons page and put everything in order for what you need to do. And I'll probably chunk it in like 2 days, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, kind of do it 2 days at a time. And I'll also make sure I link the video overview. So I'll explain to you what you're doing each day. And that's true for both 7th graders and for 8th graders. Okay. Dylan, am I allowed to use my gaming PC for online school? Sure. Here's the problem though with that. If you're gaming instead of learning, that might be a problem, right? So feel free to do that. There's actually a pretty cool app on Chrome, and you guys probably can't install it if you're using your Chromebook, but it's called Strict Pomodoro. And what it does is you can add like all the distracting websites that you love to go to, like your Instagram or anything like that are going to distract you, and you add them to this list, and you click this button up by your browser where the tab is, and it locks you out of a website for 20 minutes. And then for 5 minutes, you get a break. So you can kind of monitor your work ethic using technology. But yeah, Dylan, feel free to be on that thing, but try not to game too much. Do your work first, then play some video games. Fiona asks, are you going to teach your daughter to be a gamer? Yes. How early though? I don't know. I don't think she should probably be playing video games until she's maybe close to middle school age, like 4th grade maybe. We'll see kind of what that's all about. But yeah, I don't want her to be addicted to technology too early. Hey Damien, good to see you on here. Thanks for the power clap, Justin, too. Been missing some of those, right? I feel like I can't give myself a power clap on my own because that would just be really lame, right? That it would not be cool to do that. So thanks for doing that. Who needs 200 words? Well, Caleb, if you have a big mouth and you want to say a lot of things, maybe 200 characters or 200 words isn't enough. There are some people that might need that for their comment on YouTube Live, especially if they're watching a person that they need to disagree with and they need to type up a very long argument. That's probably why it's there. Why is everything Chrome? Lexi, I don't know. I'm not sure. Sorry to say. All right, I'm going to wrap up here. If you guys have any questions about Schoology, about something we're doing, have comments, that kind of thing, please feel free to send me a message. I'd be more than happy to help you out. I miss you guys. I do wish that we were in class together. Distance learning is going to work. It'll be fun. It'll be kind of hard to figure out for the first week or so, but I would rather be in person, I think, going forward. So until that happens, keep yourselves at home as best you can. Make sure you're logging on, doing your work. And that's about all I have. The last couple of questions here. You should stream Star Wars on a stream. That would be cool. I'd have to get a Twitch account or something like that to do so, but I'm downloading some mods for the sequel to the game I was talking about earlier. It's called Knights of the Old Republic 2, and there's a bunch of cool mods I was just looking at actually before I started my day today. So I'll try to do that. And then Emma, I do not have TikTok. I'm not as cool as Mrs. Dallin. I don't have TikTok. So I have Snapchat. I've had Snapchat longer than all of you, which is probably really sad to realize that I'm cooler than all of you, right? That's all I've got for you guys. Have a fantastic week, and I will see you on our course.